Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Pascal.
And your girl Sandy.
And welcome to another, it's been a while, guys, but
Ew.
another Real Beef with S&P. What's up, y'all? What's good?
We're back,
we
baby.
back at it again. Yes, we back at it again. Yes,
Woo,
there
it
we
feels
go.
good to be back, man. How have you been?
Man, I've been busy. I've been really, really busy. I've been
Same.
hella tired, but really busy.
Yep.
And we'll talk about all those things in just a
Yes.
minute, but hopefully you guys are all doing well out there. Okay, thank you guys so much for being here and tuning in. I know it's been a minute, and we'll explain those things in a little bit. I mean, come on, it's been summertime. Okay, we had to do a little bit of summer vacation stuff and all that,
right.
but there's been other things that have been happening. But before we go into all that, please do me that favor. And a lot of y'all already know one of the big things, but do us a favor, some housekeeping really quick. Hit that like button down below. Crush it.
Yep.
Make it scream out your name. And of course, do not forget to hit that subscribe button. Okay? Hit that subscribe button.
Become a part of the family, y'all.
Become part of the family. Yes, and yes. Anyway, guys, I know a lot of us are wondering, a lot of y'all, even myself, because I feel like I don't know. I've been lost, it feels, but I mean, I'm grounded, but I feel like I'm floating sometimes, just going through the movements. A lot of guys, but it might be wondering what the hell happened, what's going on, why we haven't done any shows. Well, one, there's been a lot of vacationing stuff. It's summertime, so there's gonna be vacations, and then of course, on the other part, me and my wife welcomed our first child just a couple weeks ago. Yeah.
I wasn't sure if he was going to say it today or not. I was like, wait a minute, let's see. So if you see a few extra bags on his eyes and stuff, y'all know what's going on.
Yeah. So, and then of course, we do have our own respective channels too.
Absolutely.
That we are constantly trying to keep afloat as well during this chaos and during this time. But, I know, Sandy, you've been out doing your stuff, family stuff, vacations and stuff like that as well. So it's just been tough. A lot of things have just been lining up and just, the stars just weren't aligned for us to be able to do any shows. But still, nonetheless, I know a lot of y'all who are watch my show, so you already know about all this news, or at least follow me on some social media platform. So you already know about all the news. But yes, just a couple weeks ago, we welcomed our first girl, our daughter, which is really exciting. It's a blessing, but they don't let you sleep. They don't let you sleep. They don't let you sleep. Okay.
I'm living for this, by the way. For this.
And I gotta commend my wife, because she does not sleep. Like she's the one who's not really sleeping. Okay. Yeah. But she is amazing, and motherhood looks amazing on her. So
we love you, girl.
Yeah. So again, it's been a blessing. It still is a blessing, and it will continue to be a blessing until I die. So,
oh my Lord!
I mean,
and she's so cute, you guys. Oh.
Yeah, so she's cute as a button, guys.
Oh my
she's
God.
cute as a button. Cute. I'm very blessed. I'm very excited, and that's it. Okay,
that's all. That's it.
Yeah,
because added a new member to the family. That's all. Nothing major.
No big deal. Life, no big deal. No. I'm planning on doing a little virtual baby shower thing over the next week or two. But there's other things that I need to take care of first before I do that as well. So, like I said, there's just a lot going on, and I'm just trying to play catch up as much.
I love it.
As I can. Okay.
We're going to adjust myself here while you doing that.
Might as well do that.
There we go. While we can. We're going to adjust, you guys. Look.
Just adjust.
There we go. Are we centered? Kind of?
Let's find out. Hold on. Let's find out. Nope. Not really.
Okay. We're going to whoops this way.
That way.
There we go.
There you go.
Boom. All right.
So, guys.
There we go. I might as well.
Yeah, so we got some breaking news, guys. Some new information that we want to share with you guys. Just recently, Lizzo is I guess exposing the people that were accusing her of some crazy stuff. She's now exposing them in some photos, y'all. This is crazy. This is crazy. Now, as you guys already know, or at least some of you guys know, that Lizzo was getting accused of body shaming, of, I mean, a lot of just wild accusations over the past few weeks.
Yeah.
From her ex backup dancers. They were making some very, very heavy accusations about how she treats her team, her crew, them specifically. And then there was some banana gate. Let's not forget about the banana or bananas coming out of the
the hoo-has.
Yeah, just
the hoo-has.
Just coming out like that. Shooting things just coming out the hoo-ha. So a lot of crazy a whole lot of crazy accusations. And once you say Amsterdam, you should just stop right there. You already know for a fact all kinds of crazy stuff's going on in Amsterdam. It's the same thing as like, yeah, we were in Vegas, and it's like, stop. I already know. You don't need to tell me anything. I already know. You know what I'm saying? So there was a lot of allegations that were made about Lizzo and her team, body shaming, etc. And now, I mean, we've been waiting for a while for Lizzo to do something, because a lot of us are wondering, is this for real? Yep. Was she really doing these things? So before we get into everything, let me just make this abundantly clear. They were filming a reality show throughout this entire thing. There were psych evals that were made, that were done on every single person that was part of this, like contestants or, the people that were a part of the actual reality show. They signed a waiver saying that whatever that is exposed or said in these psych evals can be used for the show and can be told to other members of the show, specifically Lizzo and the producers of this show. So that's one piece that is really important to hear as well. Now, there have been some things that apparently one of the girls has some an eating disorder and has bouts of depression and all that as well. So they have all this information, and in these court documents, or actually not court documents, but the documents made by their lawyer, the allegations that are, it's a lot of pages in these documents. It's pretty wild what's being said. And and bananas is just part of it. Okay. The strip club in Amsterdam with the bananas is just the tip of the iceberg, or the tip of the banana. But obviously we all sat here wondering, is this for real? Or is this just three individuals that are just trying to scoop up a bag, get an opportunity to make some extra money because maybe they got fired? Yeah. Maybe they got fired, or maybe they weren't asked to come back again. And of course, egos get squashed, and then suddenly people start digging for anything to survive, I guess. Because they can't, God forbid, they can't be a dancer for Lizzo anymore, right? So there's a lot of questions here. Main thing is, what was Lizzo going to say about this? Well, Lizzo did say something about this a couple weeks ago, so I wanted to share that with you guys really quick, because she did make a statement. And it's interesting. Before we go into the meat and potatoes, okay? Right. Excuse me. So she says these last few days have been gut-wrenchingly difficult and overwhelmingly disappointing. My worth ethic, morals, and respectfulness have been questioned. My character has been criticized. Usually, I choose not to respond to false allegations, but these are as unbelievable as they sound, and too outrageous not to be addressed. I'm trying to find my mouse. Okay. These sensationalized stories are coming from former employees who have already publicly admitted that they were told their behavior on tour was inappropriate and unprofessional. So she is saying that these girls were problem children. Okay. Now, they were already a nuisance on the tour. As an artist, I have always been very passionate about what I do. I take my music and my performances seriously because at the end of the day, I only want to put out the best art that represents me and my fans. With passion comes hard work and high standards. Sometimes I have to make hard decisions but it's never my intention to make anyone feel uncomfortable or like they aren't valued as an important part of the team. I am not here to be looked at as a victim, but I also know that I am not the villain that people and the media have portrayed me to be these last few days. I'm very open with my sexuality and expressing myself, but I cannot accept or allow people to use that openness to make me out to be something I am not. There is nothing I take more seriously than the respect we deserve as women in the world. And men. Moving on, I know what it takes, what it feels like to be body shamed on a daily basis, and would absolutely never criticize or terminate an employee because of their weight. Yeah, she does get a lot of hell for her weight. Let's be real. I'm hurt, but I will not let the good work I've done in the world be overshadowed by this. I want to thank everyone who has reached out in support to lift me up during this difficult time. Okay, now this is a statement that she made like literally 20 days ago, because it's the 23rd. She made this statement about 20 days ago. And this is obviously after all the craziness that went down, all the allegations that came out. In fact, there were even more people coming out, more dancers, more choreographers, etc., that were starting to come out and be like applauding these accusers, saying, yes, finally, somebody getting out here and telling the truth and all that. So let's be real. I don't know what's the truth. I don't know what's a lie. All I know are these allegations, and it could be a blurred situation. It may not be as black and white as people are trying to make it be. Oh, either she's guilty or she's not. It could be right there, straight down the middle, straight in the gray. Let's keep it real.
True.
Let's keep it real.
Very true.
So that could be it too, because let's be real. There were stories in these documents basically stating about dance-offs for going through rehearsals for 12 hours straight without an opportunity to take a potty break. Next thing you know, one of the girls has to go to the bathroom really, really bad, to the point where, because she's so scared of getting fired right on the spot, because they're all like, basically, she's a maniac for 12 hours. And if they stop, they get fired. She soils herself, runs backstage, changes clothes into a very revealing piece, because that was the only thing that she could find really, really fast, and then goes back out there and continues dancing. She didn't even get a chance to wipe her ass. Let's keep it real. So she's leaving skid marks in that dance outfit. But moving on.
Yeah.
So you got all that. And I can see that actually being real. Now, the other stuff, as far as Bananagate and all that, well, now we're hearing something completely different. But we're going to get into that in a second.
Yes.
So real quick, let's talk about that. Let's talk about this piece about like the dancing, the treatment, and all that. What are your thoughts on the treatment of everything? Like how Lizzo is, as far as her demeanor, as far as her team and herself treating her dancers. What are your thoughts on that?
Okay. So, oh my Lord, I have so much to say.
There's so much to say.
Topic. There really is so much to say.
So much to say.
When the news broke, my first reaction was like, OMG, right? Especially because of the allegations, right? Number one, the body shaming thing. That was the first thing that stood out to me. It was like, wait a minute, wait, what? Wait, what? They're accusing her of body shaming? Lizzo, of all people, like that is literally her platform. Do you see what I'm saying? That is literally what she stands on. That is what she deals with on a consistent basis. That is what she also emulates and tries to express, the way that she expresses herself. Okay.
Yeah.
To really share that be who you are and live in your body and be comfortable in your own skin, etc., no matter what size you are. Okay. So on top of that, then there's the sexual harassment, the false imprisonment. That's a whole nother situation. Wrongful termination. When I say there were so many things, but the one that stood out to me the most was the body shaming. Then the situation with Amsterdam, and then of course the occurrence in Paris. Okay.
Banana gate.
The whole situation with that. So when those allegations came out, I was like, wait a minute, she was trying to do what? So then the interview, okay, if you guys have not seen this interview, there was an interview that came out with Lizzo that Lizzo actually talked about their excursion in Amsterdam and all that they did and how it was just incredible and it was crazy and she's ready to get back and do it again and you know what I mean, all of that type of stuff, right? So obviously all of these things allegedly happen. You guys already know things that we're talking about alleged, right? But really it's about what is being stated, which is that they were being quote unquote forced to do these things. Okay. So when they went into the details as to what happened, one being that they were at the some club in Amsterdam, okay, where they were playing with some fruits, okay, and putting them in their hoo-has.
The fruits of the devil.
Right. Okay. And she allegedly was forcing them to eat said bananas from the, you know what I'm saying? Okay. And in my mind, I'm like, first of all, ain't nobody forcing me to do not damn bit of that. I'm not eating a banana out of Nathan. Okay. Nobody's forcing me to do that to keep a job. Okay.
Wait. I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. Who's Nathan? I'm wondering, like, was Nathan part of the legal suit or what's going on? I'm just playing. I'm playing. I know what you're doing.
But no, for real, it's like, Nathan. Okay, I'm a dancer. I'm trying to, I'm making my money on the tour. I'm doing what I got to do. But there's a line I'm not crossing to keep a job and to keep a check. And I get it. People have to make income. But at the end of the day, if I'm not comfortable, I'm just not comfortable. Okay. The other side of it is too, that, that I also looked at as well. We know Lizzo. Okay. As far as what she puts out. Right. And portrays out on her social media. So my beef with this situation, okay, is the fact that in this situation, a lot of the things they're alleging in this suit, I feel are things that more than likely probably allegedly happened. Look, I always have to throw allegedly in there, but probably happened. Okay. Because Lizzo, to me, to be completely honest, doesn't come across as the most appropriate person. Okay. And at the end of the day, Lizzo, if I have to go on that side of things, Lizzo is the employer. They're her employees. There's certain things you just don't do with your employees, your staff, those who are on your payroll. Okay. And so that's just not appropriate. So if they're talking about inappropriate behavior, they got that on. They hit that nail on the head. Okay. Pac, what were you about to say?
Let me just say this really quick. Let's not forget. Now we're going into this mode. Let's not forget.
Yes.
All right. You're wrong. No, I'm kidding. Let's not forget they were shooting a reality show. Number one thing. So when she went on that interview and said, "Oh, we went to here, we went to Amsterdam, it was crazy, blah, blah, blah. Lizzo, right? She's promoting the reality show. First off, Big Girls Run the World or whatever the heck it's called. I don't know what it's called. It's Amazon. Big Girls something. Yep. Mm-hmm. What is on Amazon Prime. Mm-hmm. Go check it out. I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, I haven't either.
Nor would I. I don't think I would watch it. I'm not a reality show guy, but she clearly is trying to promote something. Why would she sit there and say all that stuff? To entice people who are fans of her to go and check out the show. So of course, why wouldn't they go to Amsterdam and shoot some stuff in Amsterdam? They are there to create. It's there to create interesting content for the show. If they just showed what what dance rehearsals were all day long, and there wasn't a little peppering of drama, of salaciousness, sensationalism, or anything like that, there would be no reality show. There would be no Real Housewives of whatevers. You see what I'm saying? If there wasn't things that were heightened to an overly dramatic level. So that's exactly what she was doing. So you put that in consideration. Then let's not forget fine print. They're not reading the fine print. You know, when it says like, when you take this medicine, but it might kill you, but it'll help with your, eczema. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, so you're willing to risk your life, but you're not listening to that. You just know that it's going to put a Band-Aid over a bullet wound type of pill. You know the problem. You already know that there's going to be side effects, so you can't sue us. If you have those side effects, we gave you a heads up, but take the pill anyway. You see what I'm saying? So it's the same thing. Here's stardom. Everyone's going to know your name. Here's an opportunity And no disrespect, I just know that when it comes to men and women that are a little bit heavier, it's hard for them to get dancing gigs unless they are specifically looking for that specific look. Not every day. It's unfortunately that's the truth.
Unfortunately, yes.
So you get an opportunity of a lifetime to go on tour with Lizzo, and let me be real. There are a lot of amazingly talented dancers out here of all shapes and sizes.
Absolutely.
Real talk. But a lot of times they look for a specific look. So then you got Lizzo who's going, I'm looking for my big girls. I'm looking for like blah, blah, blah. And you're like, oh, opportunity. But then you lose the opportunity. It makes you salty, doesn't it? Yeah. So that could be the thing right here of someone getting very upset, going, man, opportunity's gone here now. So I need to scoop a bag really quick. But I'm gonna use all these little things that happened along the way on tour and emphasize those, put those out in the front,
right,
and make Lizzo look like a bad guy. You see what I'm saying?
But here's the thing. Lizzo, the situation for me and how she could have completely avoided this. Because at the end of the day, my position is, first of all, Lizzo, you are their employer. Okay.
Facts.
You couldn't have gone out with some friends to the Amsterdam club or whatever and just kicked it with them and left the dancers at home. But you didn't have to take them with you.
Camera.
You see what I'm saying?
But that's true, but it's all on camera.
She didn't have to do any of that. You see what I'm saying? And a lot of this stuff was happening when they were on tour and all that kind of stuff too. So keep in mind, some of those things were in that capacity, right? So where I'm at is, you couldn't have gone to the Paris club or whatever, because there was a nude club that they had gone to in Paris as well, where they were quote unquote forced yet again to do quote unquote inappropriate things with the new dancers or to dance with them or whatever they're alleging that she did. And my thing is, I mean, you didn't have to go with them. You could have left their asses at home and gone out with some friends. You ain't got friends that could tag along on all the legs of your tours to go with you, to go to all these clubs and do and live all your fantasies, okay, outwardly amongst people that you know and trust. Because at the end of the day, when an employee's back is up against the wall, okay, like in this particular situation, they're going to try to call you out. They're going to try to get something. They're going to try to get a bag. They're going to try to, you know what I'm saying? Especially because they're saying they were wrongfully terminated, right? So my thing is, and then here's the thing, sidebar with Lizzo, right?
Yeah.
As much as I love her platform, as much as I love what she stands for, because I truly do. I love what she stands for when it comes to, really loving who you are, living in who you are physically, your body, loving you, large, small, whatever the case may be.
Word.
I've never been the biggest fan of her antics to express those things. There are just some things you don't necessarily have to do, okay, to express that sentiment. She could have done so much less and been less extra. And this is coming from the most extra person on the planet. But child, I ain't gonna be doing some of the stuff she's doing to express myself or to share the fact that people need to love themselves, child. So it's gonna be a lot easier for people to really hop on the bandwagon of being against Lizzo in this regard too, because her behavior reflects very much that, even though I know that the sentiment was a positive one. All right. So I've never been a big fan. Like my sisters and I will literally, like, as we'll see her little things and we'll be texting back and forth specifically about this. They love her dirty draws. I do too, but I'm the main one who's like, she's doing the most. So if she's doing the most for just us on Instagram in those little snippets that we see, imagine what we don't see when the cameras are off. Okay, like in those instances, I guarantee they weren't filming any of the banana situation, banana gate. Okay, because that'd have been absolutely inappropriate, right? Unless another type of site. Okay,
you think that they weren't filming that?
No. I mean, I don't think none of that. I don't think was filmed. The what they physically did with the bananas. The bananas. Like, no. When they got down to that, was that part filmed?
Apparently, the stuff was like majority of the stuff that they are talking about was caught on film, because they even say that in this one of the girls, I don't remember one of the girls' name that's in the document specifically, but she literally says in the document that it is seen that she says, "Nah, I'm good." She says in the Banana Gate one. Not talking about Paris, the Amsterdam one. She is literally going, nah, I'm good. Like, I'm good, y'all. Like, I'm good.
And
They
that's
say
how
that
all
is,
of them should have been. If they didn't want to do it, don't do it.
and then,
You know what I'm saying?
and then she basically like finally gave in whatever. But at first she was like, nope, I'm good. Like, I'm good. I'm good. And she was the one who is, was known as the virgin. Okay. She still had her V card. So, so Lizzo was like really drawn to that piece, and the also the choreographer, like the dance choreographer was also very drawn to it, because she's heavily into her into Christ and all that stuff. She's very religious and everything.
Yep.
So that, like, they really like emphasized or leaned on the fact that this girl was still a virgin and all that as well. So when you have that, and then you have Lizzo going, oh, this is going to be risque, because, you know, I'm sure she ain't been around these many naked bodies in one room in her life. Let's bring her over here because this will be interesting. So they signed paperwork, y'all. They signed paperwork saying, hey, we're going to do a psych eval. We're going to do all these interviews, blah, blah, blah. Anything that is being said, documented, whatever, we can use for the show. And we can give to Lizzo. Now, one thing.
Inappropriate. Lord.
Well, it's not inappropriate if you sign papers saying it's all right. If you sign papers and it doesn't say anything like that, and then they start putting your stuff out there like that and making a big thing like, yo, she's a virgin, everybody, she's a virgin. Yeah, then inappropriate. But if you are sitting down and that's one of the things that you say that makes you unique, remember, it's a reality show. You want to stand out like a sore thumb. So what are you going to do? You're going to pull out everything. Think about all these other reality shows that exist. I've talked about this many other times. Like if you watch the America's Got Talent, American Idol, any of these shows, they will sit there and they'll be like, and I don't mean to be disrespectful to any person that's the fight of any parents that are fighting ailments or any diseases or any kind. But if you notice, a lot of times you'll hear the sob stories. Oh, my dad is, you know, he's a vet and it's such and such, and he deals with PTSD, and also I'm diabetic and an anorexic, something like that. And suddenly they thrust that story into the forefront of the reality show. Why? Because drama sells. Because tugging at the America's heartstrings, or those viewers heartstrings, bring views. So then you got all these dancers that are coming out trying to stand out, trying to be special, trying to be that person. What are you going to say? You're going to say a lot of things. I'm a struggling artist. My mother deals with Tourette's. You see what I'm saying? Another person might sit there and go, I have an eating disorder. Boom. Another person might go, yes, I have a very, very strong relationship with God, and I'm a virgin. Boom. Then they go, ooh, and you're how old, girl? Wait, how old? You ain't seen no D? Oh, we can write this down.
Right.
And then they try to create storylines within the reality show, because it can't only just be them doing bop boom cow for an hour every week for 13 weeks. There's got to be drama. So you're sitting there, you're signing the paper away, they're psych valuing you. You are willing to say anything because there's an opportunity for you to shine and all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
And then they use it. And now you're going, how dare you use this because they
can walk off anytime. They had the option to walk off at any time. They didn't physically force anything. Either way, at the end of the day, TV. It's just a hot mess express. Okay. I mean, the whole soiling themselves incident, that whole situation. I mean, it's insane. But what really got me when this story came out was just how many people applauded the dancers and were piggybacking off of what they were saying. Like, she is just a horrible person, and her ego is this big, and she's just impossible to work with. One was like a director of some sort that had a pretty big role with Lizzo, who quit because she said the conditions were ridiculous. They were horrible. The way she treated staff, the way she interacted with people was absolutely horrible. And it's crazy because it is literally polar opposite of what we see, right? It's polar opposite of what she emulates. It's polar opposite of what, the platform that she stands on or that she puts out there for people to see. So it's crazy to me, right? And now the body shaming on top of that, because now they're saying that they were allegedly fired because of potentially having put on some weight. There was a situation where I guess they were having a conversation with one of the dancers that are in the lawsuit, that she was being asked why she was putting on weight, and then she said she was dealing with depression and all of those types of things, and then it was that she was having issues with an eating disorder, and then later on it was, oh yeah, we're going to go ahead and see what we can do about that, then terminated. So now it's all of the things. It's literally the polar opposite of everything that she stands on. You know what I mean? This lawsuit is literally the polar opposite of what she stands on. Literally.
Yeah, but we also got to realize that Lizzo is not Mr. Rogers here.
No,
yes,
not at all.
Yes, her music is very Gap centric. Have I told you today you're special? Like I get it. This like literally, I'm like, this is music that you hear in Gap. Or that you hear in like I don't know, like a Planet Fitness. I don't mean to be rude. No, she got some crazy catchy tunes. Okay.
Right.
But a lot of the music very much makes me feel like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, something
much so.
about it. So I get it that in this game that she's in, it's the music business. And in the music business, it's all about being risque and all that. She can't just be like that good old neighborly person. She's got to be Lizzo, right? So there's got to be she's always got to push the envelope to a certain extent. And I feel like that's kind of why a lot of times we see stuff online with her scantily clad and all that. And don't get me wrong. Hey, do your thing. If that's what makes you happy, that's what makes you happy. But she's basically doing the same doggone thing that Cardi B's doing. Let's keep it real. The only difference is she happens to be a little bit bigger than Cardi B.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
True. Very true.
So,
and I don't agree with everything that Cardi B does either.
Oh dear Lord.
For the exact same reason. It's not even about her size.
Conversation.
FYI, I should say that too.
Yeah.
It's not about her size. Her doing the stuff that she does. I don't agree with people just putting their asses in the camera and just literally like that. That's but Cardi B's platform, that's what she's out there doing, is just being Cardi B. Lizzo is literally on a platform where her platform is, be who you are, la da 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 da, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And I just, some of the stuff that she does, I'm like, it's team too much, which clearly
it is team
happened
too much
throughout the course of their time working with her and dealing with her as well.
Right. Now,
you know what I mean?
So let's talk. So one thing I do think, because obviously I'm not her image consultant, nor am I, part of her PR team or anything like that. And obviously bad publicity is good publicity, and there's no such thing as bad publicity. That's basically what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
But if she wants to be that risque individual, then hey, good luck with you, and get used to stuff like this, because that's what's coming with the energy of needing to be risque, to be that, to have that, I don't know, to be an enigma. Now, if she just stayed with the body positivity and she just did her thing, and it wasn't just, thongs every 5 seconds and all that stuff, maybe there'd be a different reaction to things. But moving on from that, back to talk about the dancing for 12 hours. If that is true, which there's a good possibility it is true, let's be real. Again, there's their story and then there's her story, and in between is the truth.
Yep.
So there probably is a lot of gray area that maybe they took and ran with. And there's a lot that Lizzo's just denying flat out. But we cannot forget that there probably is a treatment or an attitude towards these other dancers, because maybe Lizzo's like, hey, I had to work my butt off to get where I am. I did the exact same things as you guys are going through, if not worse, just so I could be center stage singing my songs and dancing to my music and being an international star. Maybe that's the case. Maybe not. But still, the treatment that's being used, alleged, is
Yeah.
really, 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 really bad.
Oh yeah, this is horrible for Lizzo and any future projects that she has. It's not even about the reality show, etc. It's everything that she stands on, the music that she comes out with, all of those things. And if you see or saw the comments when this story broke, it was crazy because I really thought more people would have been like, nah, this ain't Lizzo, this ain't her. But what made it worse when other people came out and were piggybacking off of what the dancers were saying. And then you see in her comments, it was people like, how dare you? And oh my God, I should have known better than to believe in you and all of that. Like they quickly turned on her very quickly. So I don't know. Like I just, at the end of the day, there are certain things that are just not appropriate, especially in it, regardless of whether it's a reality show or not, the tour, whatever the case may be, she is still an employer and they are employees. And there are just lines you just don't cross. Doesn't matter what it is for. What this is not, it's not. I want to say the other website that you put the you know the you know what I'm trying
P-Hub.
to say, the hub. Yeah, P-Hub.
P-Hub.
Okay, it's not P-Hub. Okay, they're trying to dance on tour. Okay, that shouldn't even be a requirement to do any of that, just to be able to do exactly just that, right? So, you know, I stand firmly on the fact that, yeah, I'm with you. There's definitely something in between. There's most definitely going to be truth to both sides in some capacity. I think some things are most definitely exaggerated. Do I believe the things in Amsterdam and Paris happened? Absolutely. Do I think they were outwardly, I don't know. I don't know this for fact, but do I think they were as outwardly uncomfortable and made it abundantly clear that they were absolutely uncomfortable and would have never done this without losing their job? I highly doubt that.
But see that's the issue right there. Because a lot of times, and we got to get into this article here, though, because the updates to this, but it's good that we're going through the foundational parts.
Right.
One thing that's very frustrating. One thing that's very frustrating. One thing, banana gate. So the one thing that's really frustrating about this, okay, is that it is the fact that she has influence, the power that she has over these particular individuals.
Sure.
So there could be a situation where, hey, she is Lizzo. And I'm just Anna, right? I'm just Anna, and this is Lizzo. I'm nobody. If I say no to her, she could easily go, bye, you're fired. Like Absolutely. That. For any reason. For any reason. Because this, guys, we got to remember, this ain't some Fortune 500 company. There's no HR that you can go and complain to, and then it takes you 7 weeks to actually get fired. You see what I'm saying? She could fire you for whatever freaking reason she wants. It's the music industry. It is not a full on, like I said, a full on business where you have like departments in which you have to bounce back and forth, and there's all this paperwork. She could just sit there and go, "You ain't got the dance moves right. I'm sorry, honey. You got to go." That's it. And if you want to sue her for that, good luck. But at the same time, like, it's a matter of opinion now, right? So that's one thing that really sucks. But when it comes to that influence that she does have, and she's inviting these people out to do whatever, and they're getting forced to do said things, or they're saying that they're getting forced to do certain things. They're not getting forced. It's not like she's taking the back of her head and going, "Eat that nano."
But that's what they're saying.
She's not like that.
If they're going as far as suing, that's what they're saying. But it may not have been physical force.
Yes.
But
no. What I'm saying is she isn't physically saying that. You missed out the "eat the nano." She's not doing that. Okay. She ain't doing that. But her influence,
oh Lord.
But her influence is doing that, okay? Because those girls are sitting there going, "I don't want to lose this job."
True.
So damn, I guess I gotta go and eat the nana. You know what I mean? Which is really frustrating. Yes, Nicole B just said it. Yes, intimidation. It's true.
Very true.
Facts on top of facts. So because of that, that's the frustrating part. And that's when I agree with Sandy when she says,
there we go.
It's all good. When you get back, we'll get back. But one thing I do agree with Sandy is that she could have, I agree 100% with what you're saying, Sandy. I mean, she could have easily just been like, "Yo, me and my friends are going to go out and we're going to eat some bananas." You see what I'm saying?
Sure.
We going to have some banana splits. Get it?
We gonna make
No?
it. Yeah.
Because the split and then the banana, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But anyway, so banana splits. Never mind. So because of, I'm just trying to have fun. Okay. high fructose. So because of that, that's where she messed up. That's where she jacked up. But I feel like these individuals, these dancers, were going to accuse her of something for the sake of anything, for the sake of a bag. Okay. Yeah. And I'm going to circle back to that in just a second.
Yes.
Let's get into this piece here.
The meat and potatoes, as you say.
Because the meat and potatoes, she is intending to sue, but she also exposes the accusers in a photo. And these photos, they are just happy as a pig and clean-ish. Okay? They look happy. They don't look like they're being terrorized. They don't look like they're having a bad time.
Yeah.
They look like they're good. They're Gucci. So let's get into this article. So she intends to sue. She is intending to sue those backup dancer accusers. But there are photos of them taking photos with these dancers, cheesing all up in the screen. Okay? All up in the lens. All right, so Lizzo's got plans to sue the backup dancers who are taking her to court. A new photo and new photos appear to show the accusers having a great time backstage following some scantily clad entertainment in Paris. Remember Paris, guys?
Yes.
Okay. Scantily clad entertainment in Paris about a month after the infamous Banana Gate incident in Amsterdam. Okay, so her lawyer, Marty Singer, Lizzo's lawyer, Marty Singer, tells TMZ newly surfaced photos show Lizzo's accusers happily carousing and gleefully reveling backstage with performers from a topless cabaret show in Paris during Lizzo's show. Here's one of the photos. And you can see the three, all of them, Crystal, Noelle, and Ariana, all in the photo, all up in the video.
Cheesing like a motherfucker.
Cheesing like a mother lover.
Yep.
Okay. It's too early for me to curse right now. Okay. So
never too early for me.
Facts. Lizzo's lawyer says the photos are from March 5th, which is about a month after the infamous February visit to Banana Bar in Amsterdam. So this is after Banana Bar. Mm-hmm. So remember, in their suit, the accusers claim Lizzo pressured them to eat that nurnal. Okay, from the nether regions of the performers. Okay, from the naughty bits.
I liked how you said that. The nether regions.
Nether regions. That
was pretty tight. I like that.
Yes.
The nether.
Eat from their naughty bits. Okay.
Woo! I can't.
Eat that. You better eat that nurnal. Eat that nurna. Okay, so you got Ariana Davis, Crystal Williams, and Noelle Rodriguez claim they were essentially forced to go to this Paris topless show by her attorney, and but her attorney says that contradicts the photos, and he says they're happily cavorting on backstage with topless dancers who are the ones in the colorful wigs. There's a whole lot of. I mean, they're not topless. Okay? They're not topless.
I'm loving Ariana's lip color.
She having fun.
You see that right in front?
I know. You can't miss it.
At all.
You could land a plane on that smile. That smile is so wide. You can land a plane on that smile right now. Just come on, Jesus. Anyway, Singer says Lizzo's accusers chose to re-up with Lizzo a few weeks after the Paris show and return for a third leg of her tour. So they were still willing to come back and do more. They said, we can't take the pain, we can't take the punishment, but we gotta go back because it's Lizzo. All right. They're like, maybe I'll eat the nana next time. Maybe I will. What's more, 1 month after the Paris backstage visit, one of the accusers, her right here in the middle, okay, right here, right
with the beautiful lip color.
No, great smile. Beautiful smile, beautiful woman. Okay. But
Absolutely.
straight up, bang, she's right there, front and center, y'all. She ain't in the back where you can sit there and go, no, that's a glitch, bruh. That ain't me. That's a glitch, homie. That's a weird glitch. That's from the phone, bruh.
Blurry.
You know, the shadows in the background, man. They say it's me, but it's really not. You feel me?
Nope.
That's like a doppelganger. You know what I'm saying? No, that's her. Okay?
That's you.
Her right here. You see my mouse? Her right here is her right here. Just so you know. Okay. So she was doing an audition tape for another season of the show / the reality show / tour for Lizzo. So she had such a bad time that she came back and did it again. And she even said in the audition tape, it's been so amazing and such a beautiful journey. I look up to her so much. I just want to follow in her footsteps. And I just want to share that with the Queen Lizzo herself. This was after Bananagate. This is after titties in Paris.
Literally. Okay.
We're gonna skate to one song and one song only. Titties in Paris. Okay. that was that. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
And she still said, even in the beginning, because I can't play because it's TMZ and now they claim it now.
Don't play.
Oh, it
TMZ
sucks.
don't play.
But in the very beginning of it, she goes, "Hi, I'm back again. I'm sending out another audition tape for the second season because why not? Might as well shoot my shot, right?
Right.
Might as well shoot my shot again, right?" She did season 1, but now she's doing season 2, or she's auditioning for season 2. If it was that bad, why would you go and audition again to go through that torture all over again? See what I'm saying? Don't make no sense. But let me just let me point this out. It's the 3 of them right there. 1, 2, and 3.
And trois.
All right.
Lizzo didn't force her to make that audition tape.
She did not. She didn't. And then the other thing, she didn't force them to go and get in front of this camera and take a photo either.
Not at all.
After they were terrorized or, tormented.
Forced to do all of these things.
Going and seeing some tatas in Old Paris. Okay. So, singer says after we first reported on, or I guess after TMZ reported on this audition tape, she tried to explain away her glowing comments about Lizzo by claiming the bulk of her accusations were based on things that happened later. But he says that excuse is completely contradicted by the facts, including by these images. So the attorney, one of the attorneys for the accusers, tells TMZ of the smiling pic. Of course, they wanted to keep their jobs. They had bills to pay, just like everyone else, but they finally had enough of the abuse. We stand by every claim in the lawsuit and look forward to trial. So,
abuse.
Now they say abuse.
That's what I'm saying. Like this is just such a.
It's really what's the word? I wouldn't say sketchy. That's a bad word to say.
Right.
You're
thinking the same thing I am.
Yeah. It's sticky, y'all.
Yeah.
It's a really sticky situation because within this piece, you're seeing something. And you know what? I will say this. This could very well be a situation. Let's be real. It could very well be a situation of, okay, they took a photo. Doesn't mean that they didn't have a bad time before this photo.
It's true. Very true.
That is true. Like just playing out the other side of the fence really quick, because this does not look good in my personal opinion, but I get it. Yep. Yes, a photo speaks 1,000 words, but it also can speak many, many different narratives here.
Yeah.
So just because they took a photo, by the way, let me show this one more time. I don't see no T's. I don't see no TTs out.
Right.
Okay. I don't see no mammaries in any of these photos.
None of them.
Okay.
No areolas,
all of them are
none.
Okay. None. They are fully clothed. They have obviously we wouldn't show this to you guys if they were out here just nipple out. Okay. We would be, of course we wouldn't show that to you, but they're fully clothed. They're wearing robes. The only thing that's stands out here are the colors of their wigs. So if they were scantily clad or boobies were out, I feel like this would be a much more scandalous and much more exposing photo. Just because they go backstage, this could have been before they did the show, before these dancers did their performances.
Their thing.
Meaning the exotic dancers. I'm sorry, there's so many dancers in one shot.
Right.
So the exotic dancers, the Paris dancers, the Parisian dancers.
Yes.
Before they went on stage, this could have been a photo before they went on stage. And then they were like, oh, damn, I don't really. Then the other girls, the accusers, could have been like, we don't really want to see a whole show. We don't want to be here.
Right.
That could have been it. Or this could literally have been afterwards and they're like, oh my God, I had such a great time.
Right.
So you never know. A photo can say so many different angles here. It doesn't give us a timeline. And that's one piece that I feel would need some clarity on. Maybe some security cam footage of them at the club would be helpful, showing that they walked in, sat down, threw dollars, did the motorboat, and then went backstage. We don't know. You see what I'm saying? So that piece, I think, is really big and really helpful for this. Would be really helpful for this situation.
More context for absolute sure.
More context would be
absolutely
so helpful.
Here's the thing, though. Yeah. Here's the thing. For me, this whole case it's unfortunate. Obviously, I don't want to ever see, something like this happen. Even though I don't agree with everything that she does, I love Lizzo, love her music, all of that, right? Mm-hmm. But I also feel like this is her falling on her own sword because at the end of the day, there are reality shows. We've seen many of them, okay, or heard of or seen many of them, okay. They could have gone to the strip club or the bar in Paris, okay? And how many reality shows have we seen where they've gone, people have gone to a, exotic dancer club, nude club or whatever, right?
Billion.
And they've shot in there, whatever. My thing is when you take it that next step further, okay, and the whole banana incident and all of that, I'm just like, did you really need to go there? Did y'all really need to do all of that? Y'all couldn't have just been a spectator and seen what they do in Amsterdam, okay?
I mean, that's where Lizzo screwed up. That's where Lizzo, absolutely.
She fell on her own sword. You know what I mean? The antics, the extra, that is Lizzo, the extra, that to me is what led to this, unfortunately, okay? Yes. Do I think she meant them any real personal harm? No, I personally don't feel that way at all, right?
No.
Do I feel like she was like, y'all better come on or y'all fired? No, not at all, right? But I don't personally think she would. That's just my personal opinion. I don't think she was like, if y'all don't eat this banana out of the pie, that you gonna get fired. No, I'm talking about the specifics of that instance.
Okay.
Because it's one thing to go to the banana show, okay, and watch it as a spectator and clown and be in the audience and be like, oh, woo, and do all of that. It's another when you're making them do things from a, more sexual area, okay, and taking it that one step further, right? And highly encouraging them to do so by chanting, because they were saying she was chanting and all of that kind of stuff. She crossed the line. She got a little bit too comfortable. And it could have been filmed for whatever purpose it was faux, but it didn't need to happen. Y'all could have y'all could have seen the banana show, watched it, kicked it, had a great old time with your dancers and kept it pushing. Y'all would have still gotten some decent content because clearly whatever was happening in the banana show was good.
Would have been interesting enough.
Right. So on its own, you didn't have to do all of that. So I feel like, and that's what I have the issue with, is she fell on her own sword, in my personal opinion. That's taking it too far for me. You know what I'm saying? That's taking it way, way, way too far. It's just not worth it at all. None of that was worth it because look where she's at now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. The thing is this is why a lot of artists are very, very lonely. This is specifically why artists are very, very lonely. This is specifically why a lot of owners, a lot of managers, a lot of bosses are alone a lot because they can't go, cohorting with their employees. She is the boss and these are her employees. So yes, if you want to go and have a good time and see a little booby or two and see a banana show, if you want, that's on you. You shouldn't be bringing those people over. And I do agree with that part because that's really, really bad because you don't know what they can have, what they can use, what they will do to use that kind of content or use that story against you.
Absolutely.
But if this was all caught on camera and this was all part of a reality show, I feel like there's a lot of gray area right there that will leave her not as guilty and a little bit more innocent on that part. And I'm using innocent very, very lightly here. Okay.
Absolutely.
Because clearly nothing's innocent about going and seeing a banana show in Amsterdam. There's nothing innocent about that. But
and no judgment against anybody who likes bananas.
by all means.
And bananas more specifically in hoo-has. It's cool. You
eat them up. But I will say this too, though. Okay. I don't know why I'm so hungry right now. Okay.
Stomach's growling too. I'm up here hungry too.
Talk about bananas. Now I'm hungry.
Right.
All right. So the thing is the other part that you were saying, because there was other things that happened outside of the banana gate and what happened in Paris. There was also just treatment of these dancers and how poorly they were treated during rehearsals and all that. So when you said, oh, y'all better come on, I see Lizzo doing that. I can see Lizzo during the rehearsals and stuff. Like they slacking. I need y'all sharp as a knife. I need you to bop boom cow. I need you to hit that move. I need you to hit this moment. The choreographer is trying to tell you how to get it done. You need to get it done. If you can't do the job, kick rocks. Like find somebody else that could do it and we'll be happy to be here. You see what I'm saying? There were also complaints about apparently Lizzo saying that people were drinking before the shows, having a little bit too much fun before the shows. So then you have somebody out here or a team, these backup dancers that are getting sloppy because they're complacent. They feel like there ain't no one going to take this job. And so next thing you know, choreography gets sloppy, mistakes start happening. And then all of a sudden there is no control. There is no rule over those dancers that you have. So of course I can see, and I feel like there's ways to get the job done or get your point across, not just, inflicting the fear of God onto your dancers or employees. But you can still turn to your people, turn to the team and get your point across without having them do a 12-hour straight dance rehearsal type thing. Now, if that accusation is true, oh boy, Lizzo got some explaining to do, and her team has explaining to do. But I will say this though too, as we've all had our fair share in the entertainment business. Okay, they are savage out here, and they will literally suck the life out of fresh talent. That's exactly what they do. Because there are people out here that are exactly like the ones that are here in this photo.
Yeah.
Bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, eager, and brimming with talent and energy. Because you got to remember, there's a lot of other people I'm sure would have been in those spots as Ariana and Noelle and the other girl, but aren't doing the job because they've been there, done that, and they've been eaten up and spat out. From the machine, which is the entertainment business.
Hollywood, honey.
Hollywood is terrible. So you got that situation where you got people who will use you up. Bill Withers, use you up all the way until you tell them to stop, until you say when. They will use you and exploit the hell out of you all the live long day. So this is, I feel, exactly what happened here too. You got young, impressionable, screaming with talented people, screaming with talent individuals that are just eager and happy to be there because maybe they went and auditioned for the Broadway tour of The Wiz, but didn't get it. because of their size, or they didn't fit the look, or whatever. It could be anything. This is a rare opportunity for a lot of bigger dancers. I'm sure there's other opportunities out there, but at least Lizzo's size, I mean, international superstar Lizzo, it's an opportunity. So you're going to they know this. Right. The team knows that. Yeah. And will push you to the limits until you break, or until you say, I've had enough. No. But then what sucks is, as soon as you say no, they go, oh, you're going to say no to me? Oh, there's like 15 other people knocking at my door that will say yes.
Take your place easily. And that's what I guarantee you, that's what they were thinking too. So that's why, even with this case, there is, I would assume, and I think you're in agreement with me, there is no, it's so not black, white. It's very gray, because at the end of the day, I know for a fact, or just from what I could tell from the allegations, that there were lines crossed, right? That just shouldn't have been, right? And then naturally, by default, as we're sitting here talking, we're both in agreement with the fact that they were, allegedly fearful of losing their positions, right? Their jobs, those opportunities that other people would gladly probably do what they didn't want to do with Bananagate to get in the position that they were currently in. Okay. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this all plays out. I'm also interested to see, and let me know what you think about this. Let's just say, after all this happens, let's pretend we fast forward. It turns out that she either settles with them. That's a very good possibility, because a lot of times that's what they do to pretty much, get rid of the situation so they can move on, or whatever the case may be. Let's just say she settles, okay? Or more allegations come out. Yeah. What do you personally think it's going to do to Lizzo, the music, all of that? How do you feel people are going to be in response to that? And how damaging do you think it's going to be to her career? I'm very curious about that.
Okay. All right. I want to be bluntly honest.
Keep it real. Keep it a buck.
Not a damn thing.
You think she's going to stand and be exactly what she was before these allegations came out? When I say that, I mean the popularity and everything. Popularity
is going to stay the same. She's still going to make her bubblegum pop type of bubbly music. Right. I think it's not going to change her brand. I think she's going to be very cautious on how she does things from now on. I think there will be a barrier. A wall has been built now. When she goes to Amsterdam next time and goes to a banana show, she going to do it by her damn self. Right. And she'll have all the bananas she can eat by herself. Or it's going to be her close-knit group of friends that she can get wild and crazy with and do a little blow and do a little ecstasy. You know what I mean?
Or whatever. But other than that, she should have been in the first place. She should have been with them to begin with.
But other than that, nah, she ain't going to do this no more. Her music going to be the same.
She's trust and believe. This is a very hard and expensive as FS lesson.
One more thing. I'm sorry. I totally forgot about this. And this is important. Because of these allegations, she got taken off the table for the opportunity to do the halftime show for Super Bowl. That's major. And it's major, but it's fine. She's going to get back on there. Give it 3 to 5. Yes, it's great for exposure, but give it, and of course her streaming sales will go straight through the roof, because everyone will be like, "Oh my God, I forgot this song! Oh my God, it slaps!"
And
then they go and they download it again, right? Yep. But it's fine. She still got she'll be off the table for like 3 years, and then she'll be thrown back on. It is fine. What's 3 years? Another opportunity to make 1 or 2 more albums, more bangers, more songs that slap, and she's going to be fine. I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. Yes, I do think that she's going to try to settle outside of court, unless when we see stuff like this, these photos exposed, these things being shown out by her lawyer, it seems as if she going to fight this mother lover.
Well, for sure. And then I'm wondering, listen, the stuff that we just saw, the pictures that we just saw, those aren't the only things they have in their possession. So I'm curious as to what else is going to come out hereafter, because I guarantee you they're holding on to some stuff too, holding on to footage, holding on to photos, holding on to other snippets that we may see unfold or be revealed as this progresses.
You know what? I want to say something really quick, because Sonola just
Hey,
Sinaloa, Sinaloa,
Sinaloa. Okay, there we go.
Sinaloa just said this, and I think this is very interesting. I want to point this out really quick. They said, "Funny how when it's men accused of these things takes years to come out. For a woman, it's kaboom, no holds bar." I want to let you guys know something. Very interesting. This was already on. She knew about this about 6-7 months ago. She already knew these allegations were coming out months ago, because the filing from the lawyer, from her accusers, was made months ago. So she knew about this coming out. So she's been waiting for all this to come out. And now that it's been exposed, it's 6 months late. So it's not really a kaboom. It seems kaboom for us, for the public, because it wasn't public knowledge. But Lizzo knew about this y'all. She knew about this.
She had time to prepare.
Exactly. So that's why she has these photos. That's why she has all the stuff. Her team is doing their thing. She is not going to go down without a fight.
Nope.
Unless they have some really incriminating stuff, then I can see settling out. Then I can see her settling outside of court. But outside of that, she's fighting. These photos would not be exposed like this. Nah.
And you know they got more than that. What they put out was a little teaser for them to put out on media. You know what I mean? They put that out so TMZ would pick it up and the rest of us would pick it up so that they, we could see she's fighting and then also see the other side. You know what I mean? Look, at the end of the day, this right here is a hard as hell ass lesson learned for this girl, because this could have truly been avoided. Yeah, there are some other instances or whatever that, gray. There's a lot of gray, but a lot of these allegations, it's like, come on now, girl, right? And I guarantee you she ain't gonna repeat those offenses again. Not after all of this.
But that's sad though. Now she's gonna be jaded. Now she's gonna become even more jaded.
Of course, absolutely.
Because that's frustrating. I mean, I get it. Ego. Some people just become jaded or become assholes because of money and fame. They just become assholes, and they say never meet your heroes. And that's true. I've met so many of them, and it's been very disappointing almost every time. You're like, oh my God, I'm talking to you. I'm meeting you. This is amazing. And they're just a jackass.
Being dicks.
Yeah. Or they're not even mentally even present. If you get what I'm saying, you're like, wow, you are just ran through, bruh. Damn. But it's sad, because now you're going to have somebody who may be really kind, maybe a really loving, dope, positive, energy filled individual that is now going to be pushing, like stepping even more back, even further into their shell. A wall is going to be built up, and then they can't trust nobody out here in these streets.
Yeah, and that's going to be more behind the scenes, because she's going to still be. She, even after the statement she put out, she put something out a few days ago. Yeah. Where she was, and there was a little underlying message in the song that was played on her Instagram. Do you know what I mean? Like a little cryptic message. It's going to be interesting to see how this pans out, like how this plays out. Is it going to go all the way to court? No, they're going to go. Is she going to fight all the way to the end, or is she going to just go ahead and just settle and just be like, let me get rid of this so I can move on, because I've already lost a major deal. Just because of the allegations, not because of the fact that it actually happened or that it's true, because that hasn't been proven yet, but just on the fact that just on the strength of just the allegations that have been put out, that was a major deal that she lost. She also has another brand, Yitty, right? So she's got her clothing brand as well. And I'm wondering how much of an impact this has made on that as well. And I'm sure she's got other things that we don't even know that have been in the works, or that are in the works, that are going to be released or may be put on hold because of all of this. So this is going to be interesting. And I know TMZ recently caught up with her too, and asked her how she was doing. And she was like, I'm doing great. And they were asking her what she was doing. And she's like, I'm working on new music. That's going to be interesting to see what type of music she's probably been working on for a minute, but I'm wondering if it's going to change the nature of her music, if it's going to change some of the lyrics in her music, if it's going to be still the happy, joy type music, right? Or is it going to be happy, joy with a little bit of that, you know what I'm saying? What she's experienced with this too. And then I'm also interested to see what is going to happen in regards to how the public sees her and how she is taken by the public, because I very quickly saw them turn on her in her comments. And there's a lot of people that really don't like Lizzo in general because of her antics previous to all of this happening. So this only gives them a leg to stand on. And then now people who loved her are like, I can't believe that you did this, especially after
True.
the additional allegations came out too. So I'm
Hmm.
curious to see how much of an impact this is going to have. Is this going to truly change how she's viewed? Beyonce clearly didn't want to fuck with her because she took her out of her damn concert
For like 2 seconds though, and then she brought her back and was like,
right,
"Let this out." It's like,
right.
so all right,
But still, I'm very curious to see what happens from here. Very curious.
I feel like she's gonna go through a Bobby Brown phase.
A Bobby Brown phase. Okay, what phase?
I don't know
is
why
she
I
gonna
said
go
Bobby
through
Brown,
of the Bobby
but
Brown?
I feel like she's gonna go through like Bad Girl, like just a few songs that are just not as like
I can
you're
see that.
special. You know what I mean? Just a few that are just gonna be like middle finger to the, just middle finger.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I feel like she's gonna still be what she is because it sells and she makes a lot of money off of that stuff. And also I will say this too. She'll do 1 or 2 of those kind of songs and then she'll go back to a regularly scheduled program of the positive, happy-go-lucky music. Because one other way of showing positivity or one other way of showing being bigger than the circumstance that you're dealing with is by moving on and still keeping a smile on your face. So I think because of her stuff being so positive and so forward towards positivity, I think she's going to be leaning more on that. But yeah, I think there'll be like 1 or 2 songs that will be probably a hit because she's got that talent. She makes really great pop music.
No, she really is a talented person.
And then she'll move right back into what she does.
What she's been doing.
Your special stuff. You know what I mean? Like she's gonna be fine. She's gonna be fine. Like I said, this is just this is a speed bump, not a road sign. You know what I mean? To me, I don't see this as like a halt in her career. But I do understand why Beyonce maybe took her out for a second.
For that second,
or given that the NFL may have taken her off the table for the halftime show for now. Maybe next year will be a different conversation.
Absolutely.
But for right now, they're like, hey, we got to be cautious because you know, that's the one thing that sucks about these stories. When you got like somebody who's like Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood and you find out that he's like a child murderer or something like that, it's not fun. You know what I mean? It's not fun when you got those allegations on going that is the complete antithesis to the brand. You see what I'm saying? So that's the sad part of it all. But we'll see how this goes.
Yeah,
she's not going down.
Wait to see how this works out.
Yes, she is definitely going down. She is definitely not going down without a fight.
Nope.
These photos do say something. Does it say exactly what she wants it to say?
Yep.
I don't know.
Nope.
I think we're gonna have to wait on.
We're gonna see
all of that for sure. Yes,
absolutely. This is gonna be quite intriguing. Intriguing. And the comments are litty up in here, honey.
Yes. But we do appreciate you guys coming in and chopping it up with us and everything. Thank you guys so much. That's the show. Please don't forget to hit that like button down below. Please crush it. And don't forget to smack that subscribe button.
Yes.
All right. We greatly appreciate it. We are back. We got a lot of content coming to you guys. So be ready for it. A lot of pre-recorded videos and lives that will be coming on throughout the school year because it's school time, guys.
Yes.
So no more summer vacations. So we got some things to do. All right.
It's time to get to it.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun.
Yes.
It's about to be litty.
Yes. We appreciate all y'all for being here. We got a lot, man. We got many stories to go. Trust me, they coming. But you guys have a wonderful one. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll be seeing you guys very soon.
Yes, we love y'all. Mwah.